News starts now.
This local dentist tells News 4 Jax he wants to set the record straight tonight. He is angry that he's being accused of abusing children at his dental practice.
You tired of this?
I'm pissed off about it. I'll be very honest with you. I am very pissed off about it.
Dr. Howard Schneider flatly denying all the complaints that have been pouring into our newsroom since our story last night about parents who said he mistreated young patients.
We spoke to him tonight at his home, and we're covering this story from a couple angles. We begin with Channel 4 Scott Johnson. Scott, what else did the doctor tell you?
Well, Mary, he's denying all these allegations. First, we have not been able to find any sort of allegations or complaints criminally or with any sort of dental board against him. But still, you've got all these parents coming forward with images like these of children with bruised lips and swollen lips saying that it was his care, his practice that caused medical problems for their children. Beyond that, though, tonight, I spoke with a woman who says she used to work for Dr. Schneider, and during that time she made allegations like he would do an old-fashioned trick in dentistry of covering a child's mouth and pinching their nose so they couldn't breathe as a method of discipline to get them to calm down. Also restraining every single patient. I caught up with Dr. Schneider. He denies all of it.
What are they? Who's picking on me?
We've got a number of people have been, well, you know the ones out in front of your office.
I'm tired of this. I don't know that I want to be interviewed anymore.
We just had a few questions. Some people have said you strap down every patient.
We do not strap them. With the help of the parent, in a professional manner, and using a pedo board, we wrap them so they will not fall out and hurt themselves.
I've heard from some critics who are saying that at some point in your history, maybe not recently, you were holding hand over mouth and plugging nose to keep them quiet, to get them...
We put the hand on the mouth and put the nostril thing on the hole, on the nose.
Is that to keep them from breathing?
No, so they can breathe.
Okay, so this wasn't a mechanism to make them not be able to breathe, a punishment.
I'm sorry, but you hit me real wrong. But go ahead, I'll go with you until I either... Could you... That light really is touching me.
As far as some of these images of the bruising and the biting of the lips...
Well, listen, if you want to treat kids, they're going to bite their lips. Now, we tell parents, be careful with the lips because they do this. And you can't stop. When you get a lip bite, you get a lip bite.
And that's a common thing in dentistry.
That's a common thing in pediatric dentistry. But we tell them, you know, but when you get a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old and 4-year-old, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, you know, you bite the lip, it'll go away. But we tell them this.
And do you get signed consent from parents if you do a procedure that...
Everything.
Everything is signed?
Every time it's signed. And most of the parent in the room, I tried going out with them, but on the real young kids, I let the parents stay in the room.
Are you tired of this?
I'm pissed off about it. I'll be very honest with you. I am very pissed off about it.
And we do want to point out that we checked with the Florida Department of Health and the Board of Dentistry. Dr. Schneider's license is clear, and he has no reported actions against his license. Tom?
Thank you, Scott. Tonight, we're also hearing from a mom who is coming to Dr. Schneider's defense. She says he has always been professional and kind to her children. She spoke with Channel 4's Francesca Amaker. Francesca, is she stunned by all these other parents complaining?
Absolutely stunned and at the same time heartbroken as well, Tom. Now, earlier today, we saw it for ourselves. There were protesters all outside of Dr. Howard Schneider's office right here in Jacksonville. And this mother who says she came from Cuba in 2009 said she's had nothing but great experiences.
It's very sad, all this allegation against the doctor.
Rebecca Corona says her heart is breaking for the man who has been the dentist to her 2 children for the past 6 years. Earlier today, she drove by this protest outside of Dr. Howard Schneider's dental office. Dozens were accusing the doctor of abusing children. But Rebecca says the doctor has always been kind and professional with her.
When I bring my child to the dentist's office, I go to the room with my kids. And, you know, the nurse, the assistant is very kind, all the time smiling and talking to you.
And her 10-year-old son, Kevin, who has been to the dentist several times this year, agrees.
When I went to take my tooth out, I broke my tooth with a piece of candy,
And then he was like, well, next time you go to Cuba, bring me a piece of candy back.
Within the last 24 hours, more pictures and allegations from parents have poured on social media, accusing Dr. Schneider of abusing their child. But this young patient says he's never had these experiences.
If he's going to take my tooth out when I'm laying on the bed, if I like cry or get nervous a little bit, he'll go like this to me, and so so I can calm down, but he won't yell at me.
According to the Florida Department of Health and Board of Dentistry, Dr. Schneider's license is clear, and he has no reported actions against him. And that's why this mother says she will continue to allow her son and daughter to visit the man she says has been an asset to her neighborhood for years.
He's a good person. He's a good person. He's a nice guy. I know the doctor has good reputation in the community.
Tomorrow morning. And again, the mother that I spoke to isn't the only person that has reached out to me and said they've had a fine and pleasant experience here at this dental office. And as you learned from Scott Johnson's interview with the dentist, he says he plans to retain a lawyer tomorrow. For now, reporting live, Francesca Amaker, Channel 4, the local station.